Mike. Hey friends, Powwow guy Rob Phoenix here. Hope you're all doing well. It is Saturday, August 17th. Kind of a weird weather day. Well, not really weird weather. It's just overcast all day. Um, which means there was also sort of a slight breeze and it didn't really get too overbearingly hot, which was nice. It was a nice break. Um, Me and Bill and Joe Sani went to you know, plane. We went locally. There's a store called Second and Charles. Second and Charles is like the nerd bookstore. I mean, it's like definitely for sci-fi fans and people like me who like Doctor Who and Harry Potter, and it's just like this great bookstore that sells action figures and comic books and regular books and such at discounted prices. A large, like a majority of their inventory is used books, which is really cool. So they're priced at super cheap prices. And today they had the sale, a penny per page. So you could get up to five used books, and no matter what they were charging for it, you were only going to pay 1 cent per page of the book. So they'd look at the page number, and if it's like 300 pages, the book was $3. So we ended up getting seven books. One of the books was new, so it was a part of the sale, but I started reading it and it's pretty riveting. It's called The Power. I thought there was like a movie or something that came out a few years ago about this, but I couldn't find it online, so maybe I imagined it. But The Power is pretty much, that women are starting to be born with this power of electricity. And so far, I'm on page 60, but so far you can see that the women that are highlighted. Some of them are young girls, but some of them are women that are highlighted in the book have reason to be sick and tired of men's crap. And so they use these powers to, take their personal power back. So it's a really good book for the times, I would say, especially now in this current climate where like women are losing their voice in making health choices for themselves and such. So I think it's a really timely book, even though I think it's a couple of years old. It's a number of years old, but it says like Margaret Atwood, who wrote the Handmaid's Tale, she says the book is electrifying. That makes sense because they have electricity power. Um anyway, I'm only on page 60, so I don't have a review of it just yet. But so far so good. It's pretty intense though. It's pretty heavy. It's interesting in a book that as soon as you open it up and start reading it, you're already deep into the story. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't start from like once upon a time a little girl was born with a power. It's it's kind of throws you right into it. And so it's unusual. I really like it so far. So stay tuned. I mean, I think I'll do like a review of this because I have a feeling this book is going to make me think about a lot of things. And that's why I like to read books like this. They make you think when they touch on like the contemporary world, like current events and such, and you think this book is very timely. Um, I can't wait to get deeper into it. Speaking of which, I'm going to be busy the next few months. I have volunteered with the Harris and Waltz campaign, so I'll be doing whatever they need me to do for that. Generally, that means just kind of going around and making sure people are registered to vote, which is very important. Um, we'll see. I've done that before. I've done politicking many, many times over the years. It's very important to me, especially because I have like quote unquote a modern family, and our rights, even as like, same-sex marriage rights are always under threat. It's just such a, we celebrated this victory of marriage equality, but it's always just on the periphery of our minds that the wrong person gets into office and the wrong Supreme Court, which we kind of already have. And how much longer are we going to keep that right? And our son is African American, so we worry about his future. We want the future to be good for him. So I definitely feel strongly about politicking for the Democratic ticket. Because let's face it, Democrats do more for people and they care more about helping the people. And that's really important. Um, but also I like diversity and equality. Uh, how who can find fault in that? So anyway, that's what I'll be doing. Pretty busy. I know I have all these writing projects now. Now I've like added to it because I also started reading another book today that we've got. Because I like when I read something intense like The Power, I also need something to offset it. Like when I need a break from The Power, I'm gonna turn to this Graveyard Druid. This is like a knockoff of Harry Dresden. Harry Dresden are these terribly written books about this like wizard for hire. I tried reading some of them and they're just so bad. Um, so this Graveyard Druid, this is the first one's called Junkyard Druid, Graveyard Druid. It's the same exact premise, except this guy is a druid. But it's all the same premise as Harry Dresden. It's just, I don't know, I guess he's better looking than Harry Dresden, so it made me more interested in it. But I thought I'd give it a chance. It's funny because like about 10 years ago or so, I really wanted to write a couple of books about a powwow in this vein, but not as terrible. Um, but it turns out that I'm rubbish at writing. And anytime I try to write fiction, especially, it's just total garbage. I'm no good. I'm no good at that at all. So, yeah, I have all these ideas in my head, like this powwow, modern times, and like something supernatural happens, and he contacts a local witch coven and whatever else. And like, yeah. But as soon as I sit down at the keyboard, just nothing comes out, or what comes out is just total garbage. So anyway, if somebody out there is good at writing fiction and you really want to take my idea and run with it, I have a lot of information I can share with you that, to make it more like historically authentic. Um, but anyway, so yeah, I'm reading Graveyard Drill, and it's so cheesy. Like the guy's name is literally Colin McCool. So anyway, Colin McCool. I'm only on page 14, and already he's fought trolls, ghouls. He's going to see vampires. Like there's Fae involved, and it's just a garbage. No, it's just a garbage book. You don't have to think about it and read it, and it is kind of a nice contrast to something heavy like this. So you got your social commentary, and then you got your BS. It's a nice balance. Anyway, yeah, so Josani and I were at the beach. Well, we were camping near the beach and we went to the beach. Um, we were near Rehoboth and it was cool. We were actually on one of the Delaware beaches the same day Joe Biden was on the beach. I don't think we were near him, but doesn't matter. It was just kind of a cool coincidence. Hang on a second, my throat's getting dry. I'm trying to drink more water and encourage Josani to drink more water. One of the things I have to say about I was proud for my kid. Any parent will understand this. My son will be 14 in November, and he never wanted to read ever, ever, ever. So when we went to the bookstore today, he said, I'm going to try and find some Star Wars books because he loves Star Wars. And I said, okay, cool. They have a whole bunch of used Star Wars books there. So he picked out three Star Wars books, and he was excited to read them. So Bill and I are like, that's awesome. You're going to start reading. And like, I think it'll be easier for him to read books that he's seen movies of so many times, that he knows these characters so well. So he'll be able to visualize it. You know what I mean? So he won't have that struggle of imagination. Like when they talk about Qui-Gon Jinn or Anakin and all that, he'll already have that in his mind. He already knows what the story's about. And this will just be like a book version of it for him. So I'm really excited for him. I'm proud of him that he picked out three books because he's never been a book person. When he was little, he wanted me to read to him, and I read him like Peppa Pig. Um, I read him, we had all the Peppa Pig books and the Dr. Seuss books. He liked some of those, not all of them. He liked some of them. Then as he got older, he liked I can't remember them all, but there's like the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. He has all of those, and he read them because they're kind of like a comic book in a way. Yeah, a lot of planes flying overhead. You probably can't hear that, but it does mess with the sound. So anyway, I'm going off about books, but books are important. Reading is important, whatever. So in Powwow news, nothing much going on. I haven't really seen any clients in a little while, and that's okay. It's summer. I keep putting all this pressure on myself to like finish this writing project and this thing and this thing and this thing and meet with this person and put together this presentation. And really, I just need a break from all that. Uh, I've had so much fun this summer just hanging out with my son and, just going camping a bunch of times, going to the beach. It's been good. I got a lot of sunburn at the beach. Like it's mostly faded now, but something really amazing is happening with my hair lately, so I'm liking it. Uh, but I'll tell you, I started taking these daily vitamins called biotin. It's like for your hair and your fingernails and your skin. And my skin seems more of a glow and my hair is like more thick. Uh, so I recommend that. Yeah, try it out. I mean, it made my hair super thick and like normally I have a buzz cut. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. So try that biotin. I assume it's natural. I don't know. It sounds like a chemical to me, but anyway, that's all that full moon coming up on Monday. Today's Saturday, so in 2 days it'll be the full moon. Um, whatever that means to you, make it a good one. Um, that's really it. I just wanted to pop in and say hi and just catch up with you guys. I see there's some new subscribers, so welcome. Um, And to those of you who have been subscribed for like all the years that I've had this, thank you so much. I think we're around 500 still. Because sometimes some fall off and some subscribe, unsubscribe, I guess. But then new people come on. I'm really happy about that. So I promise I'll get more back into like actual powwow discussions and such, but it's still summer and I just came back from vacation, so I'm feeling kind of lazy and I just want to talk about the books I'm reading. But that's really it. So yeah, we're moving into election season and exciting times. So guys, if any questions, leave them down below. Otherwise that's it. So God bless you guys, love you, and let's talk again soon.